What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Disgusting Face Woman, up here with another close-up foundation review. Let me just say, oh yeah, you don't have to say nice things in the comments. Like my last video, everyone was so nice, but like, just because I make bad comments about myself doesn't mean I'm insecure. I'm actually like really confident, so trust. Thanks. So not half, but a portion of my face, I'm going to use a sponge, as you see here, and then I'm going to use a brush on the more outer part of my face because I wanted to compare and contrast which one's better. And I know theoretically the brush is supposed to have more coverage, but I found them to look pretty similar. I couldn't notice a difference. But I will say that the sponge could go inside the nooks and crannies of my scars and distribute product in there. Now the brush would kind of go over the scars, and that would make the contrast between this like smoother, lighter foundation shade and the holes inside of my scars like vastly different, and there's just a huge contrast. So that's what I noticed. Just putting it out there. Bist du traurig, dann sagt dir dam dam, dam dam. Marmorstein und Eisen bricht, aber uns. So there's the comparison of the sponge and the brush. Do you notice a difference? Probably not. I don't either. Now, this is a great example of what I'm talking about. Do you see how as I swipe on the product, there's like little crevices and little holes that are darker and don't have any coverage at all, so you notice the holes more? That's what I feel like the brush does. I don't care, so I'm doing the rest of my face with the brush still, but if you care, maybe use a sponge or a combo starting with the sponge and then moving on to the brush, so maybe the contrast won't be as a big deal. And now I'm using Flower Beauty, I think, by Drew Barrymore's setting spray. It's the matte one. You have to give it a good shake, otherwise there's going to be like white spots on your face when it dries, I guess. I haven't experienced that, but a lot of people do, so shake it up. So this is me realizing that I didn't powder before I did the spray, and I want to just see if priming, powdering, and spraying and putting all defenses actually does squat diddly poop. So I'm going with powder, and then I'm going to spray again. And I noticed that like my foundation is a little lighter every time I use foundation, and that's probably because I'm a little tan in the summer. But also it's because I just can't pick a foundation that's the right color, okay? I haven't found anything. And I'd rather go lighter than darker. Because if I go dark, I'm trying to be somebody else. But if I go light, I'm just like every other Asian, so whatever. And this is 8 or 9 hours later. What? Okay, now if you look at the left side of my face, you will notice that it's less shiny. So the matte spray actually does work. It's not completely devoid of shine. Alright, it's not a miracle worker, but it did work a little bit. And on this side of my face, the right side, it almost looks like there's no foundation. So while it's good that it doesn't build up and get kind of concentrated in certain areas, like Maybelline Superstay, it doesn't stay that well. But on this side, you can really see the foundation. So I'm like, wow, primers and sprays really work. Isn't that crazy? Wow, I'm super impressed. Now, overall thoughts on this is that it's not a super high coverage foundation. I don't think it's supposed to be. and it looks really natural. So if you're into that and you don't have a lot to cover, this could be good for you. But if you do have a lot to cover, you probably don't want to use this foundation, TBH. Even though it's supposed to be good for your skin, like it's paraben free, vegan. Okay, maybe it's not vegan. I might have made that up, but it's along those lines. So this is honestly a meh product for me. I think it would be perfect for every day and I would feel good about it and feel like it's doing great things for my skin if I didn't have textured skin or if I only had to worry about like breakouts every now and then and just a little redness. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this. You're welcome, everybody.